At least so far, endorsements haven't necessarily made a huge difference in the Republican presidential race, but the remaining candidates would certainly like to have Michele Bachmann support. The Minnesota Congresswoman, the former Republican presidential candidate, is joining us now from Capitol Hill. Congressman, thanks very much for coming in. Are you ready to help one of these final four?
Well, I haven't made a decision about endorsements yet. I reserve the right to make an endorsement. I may before the process is all concluded, but I am nowhere near right now. I know there was a lot of speculation earlier today. Governor Romney had gone to Minnesota. People were putting out rumors that I was going to be endorsing. I am not. I'm not in negotiations to do an endorsement, so I want to make that absolutely clear. I have absolutely no plans to do that.
You think you'll do it, though, before the people in Minnesota, your home state, make their decision?
No, I don't think so. That's coming up on Tuesday. This Saturday, as you know, Wolf is Nevada, and then Tuesday is Minnesota. I have no plans to do it before then.
Do you ever look ahead and say to yourself, you know, I love being a member of Congress, but I might like to be a member of the cabinet. I might like to be a vice presidential running mate. You think that's something you might be interested in?
I never thought about that at all. What I saw was the carnage that was happening to the economy as a result of the actions taken here in Washington, and I knew someone had to take bold, decisive actions to stop it, because we've never seen this level of debt accumulation. We've never seen this level of out-of-control spending, and that's translating into lower standards of living, fewer jobs, and lower wages. That had to stop. That's why I decided to run for office, to actually make bold changes. I won't be the one that's on the ticket, but what I did do last week is make an announcement that I will be running again for my seat in Congress in the Minnesota 6th Congressional District, and I'm looking forward to that run.
All right, so you'll have your hands full on that front. Let's talk about these final four candidates left standing on the stage. And you have unique perspective because you were competing against them for a long, long time. Let's go through. Give me a sentence or two on each one, strength and weakness. First, Mitt Romney.
Well, they all have strengths and weaknesses. Each one of them do, and I don't know that I would be able to add to what people see, obviously, on the stage, what's there. I'm not here as a pundit, because ultimately I want my role to be, quite frankly, Wolf, one of being a uniter, because what we're seeing, unfortunately, is a factionalizing within the party, between establishment, between Tea Party. But what I want to do is see that the party come together, not only the party, but also independents and disaffected Democrats. This will be the most important election of our lifetime, and I intend to be a uniter. I'm not taking sides right now, but I'm looking at the field, as I encourage everyone to do, and we will have an excellent candidate to take on Barack Obama.
And without endorsing anyone right now, because you're not going to endorse anyone, is the issue of electability. Who is best qualified to beat President Obama in November? Would that be the most important issue that you would consider?
That would be a factor. But what I'll be looking for in a candidate is who will be the person who will be willing to stand strong, not deviate, and make the bold decisions that are required. And right now, that means cutting back on federal government spending. We have to stop spending money that we don't have, and we need someone who will be committed to the full-scale repeal of Obamacare and of Dodd-Frank. I'm the chief author of both of those bills. I've worked very hard, and I know that the American people are with me on that issue. They want to see credit open up. They want to see positive health care that isn't costing them an arm and a leg. They want to have health care that they can afford, and they don't want socialized medicine. So I need to know that our candidate will be absolutely committed to the full-scale repeal, and I will help them. Because, again, the battle remains. I got into this because there was a battle, and so I put my name in. The battle is still there. I won't be fighting it at the top of the ticket. I'm now running to be another member in the House of Representatives, but I'm in, all in, and I want to make sure that our nominee succeeds.
Let me make a turn to your day job. You're a key member of the House Select Committee on Intelligence, and yesterday there was testimony by some of the top intelligence officials in Washington, and they raised the specter, the possibility that Iran might at some point plot terrorist operation on U.S. soil. What's going on here?
Well, it's highly concerning. Every American should be thinking about that. We talk about domestic issues, but I'm very attuned and concerned about the issues that are occurring regarding America's national security. When we have a nation like Iran, who is currently engaged from all possible efforts that we see in obtaining a nuclear weapon against the world's recommendation. And when statements are made that they're seeking to plan an attack on U.S. soil, I think we need to take them very seriously. Clearly, I think they see that they're being squeezed right now because of some of the sanctions that have been put into place. And I do applaud the administration for putting some of these sanctions into place. I don't think they're even as severe as they will be even 3 to 6 months from now. But I think that's why you are seeing the response from the regime in Iran. They're trying to have a reaction, and I think they're doing some saber rattling, but at the same time, we need to take this very seriously and make sure they do not succeed on U.S. soil.
Congresswoman Bachmann, thanks very much for coming in. We'll see you down the road.
Will do. Thanks again.
Thank you. Planned Parenthood loses funding. Was political pressure a factor? We'll have the answer coming up next. And a terrible crash in Florida and the uncertain fate of a teenage survivor who lost her entire family. Could she now be deported? Stand by. This is a story you'll want to see.